reading from writing that I've done a little while ago. It was dark outside. I had been asleep in the car for at least an hour when I woke to the sound of my parents' voices, hushed but intense from the front seats. I rubbed my eyes and I looked over at my older sister, who was already awake. She leaned on the empty seat between us, looking between my parents at why we had stopped driving. A closed gate was blocking our path. The dust stirred from the dirt road, lit by headlights of our red Toyota Land Cruiser. Mom said something to Dad and he nodded. He backed up the car, took a quick glance at the two of us in the back seat, flashing a smile, and then put his foot on the gas. I braced myself for an impact, but only heard a small cling as the vehicle knocked over the gate. Now wide awake, I looked out the window at the scenery, dully lit by headlights for a brief second as we rolled by the trees and fields that were vaguely familiar to me. We parked and Mom and Dad got out, telling us to stay in the car for a minute. They didn't check for a reply. The clock on the dashboard read 2:30. 2 minutes went by. I looked at my sister once again, and she shrugged and then opened the door, sliding out her seat as she stretched, reaching her arms up to the sky for a moment, and then I did the same. I opened up my door, and I stuck my short 5-year-old legs out, silently stretching them down towards the ground as I slid from my seat. The outside was cool and pleasant and smelled kind of like dirt. I walked over to my sister and she took my hand in hers as we walked down the large stone steps towards the structure. My sister opened the door cautiously. The hinges squeaked as the front door swung into the house, revealing the kind of musty smell that I would later associate with storage and vacant buildings. "Mom, Dad," she called into the house. "Hang on just a second, girls," she called. We quietly waited outside the house under the large oak tree. I picked up one of the many fossils we had collected over the years. I ran my fingers over the shell pattern, feeling its ridges, just passing time. I yawned, tapping my toes, not worried about a thing. A little while later, Dad came out of the house carrying a camping bucket with one hand held on each end. He set it on the ground in front of the first stone step leading back up the driveway. "A snake," he said, looking at my sister and I. "Nothing venomous," he clarified after seeing our looks of terror. "Just a king snake. These are good. They eat mice." Dad was the greatest, our protector. I thought he could conquer the world, that he knew everything about anything that existed. He was tall and strong and always found the most interesting things for us. "What are you going to do with it?" I asked him, my voice feeling loud in the night sky after being quiet for so long. I was curious about the snake, imagining it slithering inside the house and then picturing it curled up angrily inside the white bucket. Goosebumps ran up my arms. "Tomorrow, when it's light outside, we'll release it," he said. I nodded, excited agreement. We slept easily after Mom set a few mouse traps. The house was obviously a good hunting ground for the snake based on the droppings on and in the furniture pieces we were using as kitchen cabinets.